Fellas, Nintendo Switch Sports is finally here. We finally have a true successor to the Wii Sports series on Nintendo Switch. Let's talk about it. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Bo Talks Media. Today, we're going to be reviewing Nintendo Switch Sports, or at least giving, I guess, my first impressions review. I haven't played too much. I probably have like 5 hours in the game, but honestly, what we're going to talk about, that's probably enough to see the entire game. Now, before we get into the review, though, I do want to say and announce I'm doing a giveaway for this game. So, due to a little bit of a shipping kerfuffle, as I like to call it, I ended up with 2 copies of the game. So, I have a sealed copy of Nintendo Switch Sports here that I will be giving away. This is sealed. Bottom of the box is a little bit damaged, so if it arrives to whoever wins this, a little damage, you know, that expected. But yeah, I'll be giving a copy of this away. All you need to do is follow the Twitter link in the description, and you'll be able to find all the details there. It's going to be the basic stuff, you know, comment on the video, retweet the tweet, subscribe. You know the drill for giveaways. So yes, one lucky winner will be picked for this. I'm not sure the exact date yet. It's probably going to be a week from when I post this video. I'm recording this a few days in advance. So yeah, go enter the giveaway. You might win a copy of Nintendo Switch Sports. Restricted to the US, I should say. US only for this one. But let's talk about Nintendo Switch Sports. I was not, I'm gonna be honest, I like Wii Sports. I grew up with Wii Sports, you know, obviously, you know, it was the cream de la cream of the Wii in 2007. If you had a Wii and Wii Sports, you know, you were king of the playground. Wii Sports is fun. I think it's more of a novelty than anything. Wii Sports Resort, I actually didn't play that much when it came out, and I've gone back and played it, you know, pretty extensively over the years. I don't get the hype, and I already know I'm gonna annoy some people with this. I don't get the hype, man. When Switch Sports was announced and they showed the new characters, the new avatars, everybody was super upset that it's not Mii's. Honestly, I kind of like it, you know? People are saying, oh, it looks cheap, it looks, you know, it looks soulless. Guys, this is the exact opposite of that. Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort were the soulless games. This game actually has personality, so I thought that complaint was a little annoying. I get that Mii's have their charm, and I know most of it's nostalgia for people. I'm nostalgic for Wii Sports too, just not in that way. So my first positive for this game, I have to say, I like the personality they injected into the Wii series of games. You know, there's not a ton of it, to be fair, but there wasn't much in Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort to begin with. But, you know, just having, like, the little lady saying, like, Spacco Square when you load up, kind of like Monita from Nintendo Land. Just like the UI, everything feels very fluid, and it has a nice vibe. I like the vibes of this game. And that's another thing that I think I might have even contradicted myself in my initial video talking about Switch Sports when it was announced. I like the vibes. I like this town setting. I like this. I do wish that they had added like a little free roam like Splatoon. Make this a hub. Make this a little city you can walk around. I don't know why they didn't do this. It would have been a slam dunk. They could have still kept this menu, you know, that we have on screen with the 6 sports. They could have kept that. It's just, you know, press plus and it brings you to it. But having a hub where you walk around with your avatar with messages like Splatoon is a slam dunk. I cannot believe they didn't do that. It makes too much sense. So that's honestly one of my biggest criticisms on the game right there. They should have added a explorable hub for Spacco Square. That would have been awesome. Now, let's go ahead and let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. The content is very light in this game. So I've probably played the game maybe 5 or 6 hours, and right now there's 2 events going on for cosmetics. Just like the basic one, and then there's like a cute outfit pack. This game is kind of like a lot of other freemium games, even though this is a paid game, where there's timed events where you play to earn points, and then you get the items as throughout the event. It's all free stuff right now. I don't think they're gonna add any paid stuff. I'd be very surprised if a game like this had like a paid battle pass. But you have timed events, like a mobile game almost, where you have to play to earn the cosmetics before the event ends. Right now, there's 2 of them. If you don't suck at the game, you're gonna clear both of them within like 6 or 7 hours. I'm almost on the second little panel for all the cosmetics, and I've basically only been playing bowling for the most part. I mean, I've tried all the sports, obviously. This is my review of the game, but it's too little. It's too little. There needed to be way more stuff to unlock in this game. Now, they kind of counteract it with the Pro League stuff. So if you're into, like, you know, ranked competitive games, if you want to, like, you know, get your Overwatch SR up in Nintendo Switch Sports, they have that. You don't earn anything. At least as far as I'm aware. If I'm completely wrong on this and there is like some cosmetics you get for going high into the pro leagues, let me know. Right now, the only one I've actually gotten to pro league in is bowling. And I'm like, I think D rank right now. So I'm not super high up, but yeah, they needed way more cosmetics and things to unlock in this game, because I think I have like 3 things left on the second cosmetic board. Once I do that, until the next event, which is in 10 days at the time of recording, I'm gonna have no reason to play the game. I don't care enough about my rank when I'm not unlocking stuff. They should have had way, way, way more stuff to unlock. And that's another thing. If you play locally, you don't get any points. You don't get anything, and that's ridiculous. You know, they have like these exclusive local modes, like the different like bowling alleys and stuff like that, or even like the soccer kicking. There's no reason to play them. You don't get anything for doing it. Now look, I get it. It's a fun game. You're supposed to just have fun. That's the enjoyment you're supposed to get out of it. It's an online game. I want to have something to grind for. I want to be able to grind this game, 100% complete it. I've already done that, basically, if you don't count getting the S+ rank or whatever, right? So, biggest complaint of the game, by far, is just the lack of content. Not the lack of modes, the lack of unlockables, I should even say. I hope this game, and I assume it will, you know, this is the Splatoon, the Mario Tennis, the Mario Golf, Mario Maker roadmap of free content drip updates that Nintendo is liking to do a lot now. I assume in a few months this is not going to be the case, where there's going to be a ton of unlockables that you can do, a ton of little events going on to get more cosmetics. Right now at launch, though, it's way, way too little. Like I said, if you play for 6 or 7 hours, you'll have everything unlocked right now at the time of release, which is ridiculous. It's a $40 game, $50 if you get the leg strap. This is the $50 version right here that I'm giving away. That's way too little. But hopefully with time, it's alleviated a little bit. But let's go and talk about each sport individually. So I'll go over the ones I really like first, and then we'll kind of just go downhill from there. So I would say there's 3 standout sports in this game. Let's go and talk about soccer. Soccer is the best addition to the game. Of course, all the other sports except for badminton were basically in, you know, Wii Sports. With Sean Barra was in Wii Sports Resort as the sword fighting. So soccer's awesome. It is people Rocket League. So it's soccer. You're literally, it's Rocket League with a big ball, but you're just these little Miis or, you know, the Switch Sports avatars on a big field, and it is awesome. I do have some gripes with it. I wish there were more options in terms of, like, maybe not just have it be soccer. And this is one of those things they could add later on, where it's like, I don't know. I haven't played Rocket League in a long time, but I'm sure they have different modes that kind of add a twist on it, you know? Maybe add a 2v2 mode, maybe add a smaller arena, you know? Just have a little bit more variety other than the one soccer field to play on. And another thing is that I kind of wish either A, stamina restored faster, or B, you just move faster overall. It's a little slow sometimes trying to get to the ball, especially, like, I don't know. If you're far away from it, you're basically screwed. And then that's another thing. Once the countdown timer starts, it goes 10, 9, 8, you know, whatever, until the game ends, you basically have no chance if the ball isn't already near the goal. So it's at that point, it's like, damn, I might as well just give up. So those gripes aside, soccer is a lot of fun. Easily the highlight for me of this entire game. I just hope they add more to it to kind of keep it fresh. You know, having more little soccer fields would be awesome. So hopefully they add that. Sport number 2 that I really like, obviously, to no one's surprise, is bowling. I think the bowling in this game is great. I think it's better than either other Wii Sports game. Of course, Wii Sports Resort, and Wii Sports Club. This is easily the best bowling. I feel like I have a lot more control over how I curve the ball with the Joy-Con. It feels good. It's bowling, and adding the online with the survival bowling, I think is that the official name for it? I'm not actually sure. The survival bowling where you're playing against 16 other players is a ton of fun. I especially like the touch of having every name listed on the left side of the screen. And then there's like a bar saying if you got eliminated or not based on how many points you currently have. It is so fun watching the points go up and down, seeing if you're going to get eliminated. It's a thrill. So survival bowling, maybe even better than soccer. It kind of depends on your taste at that point. So bowling's a lot of fun. I'm not good at bowling. I'm pretty bad at it. I got a turkey like twice, and that's it. You know, that's nothing, right? So I was actually better at Wii Sports Bowling as a kid, to be honest. But maybe it's because I'm sitting down when I do it. I don't know. But it feels really good. Bowling feels great. The online play for this is, out of every game mode with online, this is probably the biggest benefactor here, or the biggest, or the mode that benefits the most from having online, I would say, is bowling. And then mode number 3 that I really like, surprisingly, I was not expecting this, to be honest, at all, is badminton. I think this is so much more fun than tennis. I've never really I guess we can kind of talk about both of them at the same time because they are kind of similar, right? It's a court with a net in the middle and you're tossing a thing back and forth. I've never really liked tennis in most games. You know, Mario Tennis is fine. Wii Sports Tennis I never really preferred playing. It was fine. But badminton is, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that it's 1-on-1, whereas with tennis in this game, it's 2-on-2, and usually you get stuck with just like a ghost of yourself, which isn't very fun in my opinion. Badminton's 1-on-1. I just had, right before I recorded this, I think this one match is what really kind of elevated it in my view. I had this really good match where it's I think first to 6 points, right? Maybe 5 points, whatever it is. I had this really good match that went on for like, I'm not even joking, like 8 minutes with someone because we just were like perfectly equally matched, and that was a lot of fun. So I don't know, badminton, it feels better than tennis in my opinion. It just feels good. Badminton is my third favorite. Then we gotta get to the ones I don't really like. I already talked about tennis. Not a huge tennis fan. Let's talk about Shambara. It's fine. It's way too short. Maybe once you know the level curve kind of drops off here, or goes up, I should say. Once all the casuals drop off and there's the competitive Nintendo Switch sports players, maybe then it'll be a little bit more fun. But right now, granted, maybe I need to play more of it. Maybe really, you know, kind of get in the mindset of sword fighting. It's not that fun in my opinion. And here's the thing. I mean, that's the thing. Everybody loves the sword fighting in Wii Sports Resort. I think from what I've seen, a lot of people seem to love Shambara. And if you like Shambara, that's great. Great for you. No disrespect. For me personally, I just haven't liked it. Matches either go one of two ways for me. Either it's like a kid on the other side that has no idea what they're doing and I just destroy them, or B, I get destroyed. I'm the kid. Because some people, you know, are way better than me at that. So, and it's never like, I don't think I've ever once had like just a really good even match of Shambara, like that badminton match I was talking about. So I don't know. It always feels a little unbalanced. I don't like, okay, I shouldn't say I don't like. I like that there's 3 different sword options. As someone who hasn't played it a lot, it's a little confusing because I don't really... Everyone just uses the 2 swords or the charged sword. I have not seen a single person use the regular sword. I don't really get why the regular sword exists, to be honest with you. I know it has more, like, you know, knockback power or whatever, but I don't know. It's a little convoluted. I think they could have done a better job, like, streamlining, like, okay, literally here's the stats of each one, you know? They just give you, like, a little description, right? So, Shambara is fine. However, the worst one, I am sorry, whoever is watching this and really loves volleyball. Volleyball feels like a quick time event in this game. I do not like the volleyball in this game at all. Everything in volleyball feels way too automated. It literally tells you up, like, on screen, like, okay, up next is the spike, up next is the set, up next is the, you know, the bounce or whatever. It's not fun. It's by far my least played one at this point. I've only done maybe, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 matches, which I know isn't enough to, like, give it a proper review. I'm not in the pro league for volleyball yet, but out of everything in the game, it's by far the one I've had the least fun with. Maybe I just need to give it more of a chance, but as it is right now, volleyball is definitely the stinker of the bunch. And let me just say this. I guess I should say this in my review of Nintendo Switch Sports. Everybody's saying it doesn't have enough sports because Wii Sports Resort had way more. And yes, it should have more. It's a little embarrassing that this game that is almost full price doesn't have the same amount of content as a game that came out, you know, over 10 years ago, like 15 years ago. Not quite yet. Like 13 years ago, right? It's a little weird that it doesn't have as many modes. It has quality modes, though. Soccer in of itself could have almost been its own game. You know, if they added more to soccer, it could have been its own game. Bowling could have been a downloadable paid game, right? So I think the quality of the games overtakes the quantity of games in Wii Sports Resort. It'd be cool to have, like, stuff, you know, like stuff like table tennis. I like table tennis. I know people like the island flyover stuff in Wii Sports Resort. That was never really for me. The waterboarding. Those are fun mini games. I don't think it really makes sense for Switch Sports, where Switch Sports is an online game. They want this game to be online. Having, you know, like waterboarding online, I guess it could work. It would work. It would just be like, I don't know. All of these are very active, everybody's playing at once kind of sports. I guess maybe except for bowling, I guess. But they made bowling work with everybody playing at once with the survival bowling. So it's an online game, first and foremost. It is not meant to be a single-player game. So if that's not your thing, I guess that's, you know, maybe the biggest takeaway of this review. if you're trying to play it single player, that's not really the vibe of this one, as opposed to Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort especially. So there you guys have it. That is my review of the game. Oh, I should say one last thing. Someone actually mentioned this. Well, I streamed the game like a week ago. Someone mentioned this in my stream. They asked me the question, how's the online? I should have said this. Works flawlessly. I have not had a single issue with the online in this game. There was like 1 or 2 times where I was searching for a match and it took a little bit longer than it should have, and then it like timed me out. That's just, you know, basic server, so that's going to happen in any game. But overall, I have not experienced any lag. It's been pretty much flawless. So props to Nintendo. That's like a first for them. So I have to say, shout out. Got your online working. But there you guys have it. That is my review of Nintendo Switch Sports. Of course, let me know your thoughts on the game if you're playing it. Are you planning on picking it up? If not, let me know why in the comments down below. Of course, you can subscribe to me here for more Nintendo Switch 3DS Wii U content. Hit that like button, hit that bell so you don't miss a video. And as I mentioned, I am doing a giveaway for this game, so go check out my Twitter. Link to that will be at the top of the description down below for how to enter that giveaway. U.S. residents only, once again, because I'll have to ship this thing out. And of course, can't forget, join the Discord. Link to that is also in the description for more maybe match up with me on Nintendo Switch Sports. Maybe we'll play some badminton because I really like it. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.